The public should know how many deals are being cut, how many charges are being dropped, who's making those decisions, and why are those decisions being made.
Here at 5, Louisville Republicans want to track certain decisions local judges are making in the city's criminal cases. Critics of Louisville's judicial system say it routinely lets violent offenders out too easily. But former judges worry proposals like these are political and involve people who don't understand what goes on in the courtroom. Isaiah Kim Martinez and photojournalist Emma Gefter have reaction to this idea of a judicial scorecard, along with other policies Metro Council members pitched today to combat violence.
The memorial still sits at 10th and Chestnut Streets nearly a month after the deadly JCPS bus stop shooting that motivated so many in the city to seek answers to Louisville's violent crime. A few blocks down the road, Republican Metro Council members are looking directly at the city's judicial system.
And if LMPD is going to have this level of scrutiny, we should be scrutinizing those that are taking the charges from LMPD and what decisions are they making before it gets to the judiciary.
Councilman Anthony Piagentini, alongside his Republican colleagues, are proposing the creation of a judicial scorecard that would track rates of early release from jail and shock probation. He says it's for citizens to better understand the role judges play in keeping violent offenders off the streets. But retired Circuit Court Judge Charles Cunningham worries there could be other motivations.
That somebody's going to try to paint somebody a certain way, and they've just got an agenda. And their agenda is they don't want independent judiciary. They want a judiciary that's beholden to someone other than the voters. Here's a crazy thought. Talk to some judges, but they probably didn't do that.
Right next to the Louisville courthouse is the old youth detention facility, now under renovation. The sidewalks could be closed for a couple more years. That's according to Councilman Kevin Bratcher, who shed some light on further delays in reopening Louisville's Youth Detention Center.
Department of Juvenile Justice needs to be up here, pretend like it's a dam getting ready to break and flood the whole city.
There's bipartisan support to get the youth jail back open as soon as possible, though the state says that's not projected to happen until 2027. Here's Councilman Ken Herndon, a Democrat representing downtown.
The time is now. The time is right now. That's been closed for too long. The kids in trouble are sitting in Adair County, way away from their families and support systems. That's wrong.
According to the state, once completed, the center will have 64 beds and will house high-level male offenders. It's all part of a desperate search for solutions to violence the stats show is down, but for most in the community, it's still far too high. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
And Councilman Herndon also announced that he's filed a resolution that, if passed, would urge Kentucky lawmakers to allow Louisville to pass its own local gun laws. Speaking of which, we're taking a closer look at the numbers. LMPD has said violent crime is trending down, but the number of juvenile crime cases not falling as fast so far this year. LMPD says there have been 37 shooting victims under 18 years old. That is down from more than 50 this time last year, but overall in Kentucky, the state is not leading the pack in gun reform. Everytown Research gave Kentucky a 9 out of 100 for gun safety regulation. The rate of gun deaths in Kentucky outpaces the national average, with a rate of 18 out of 100,000 people dying from gun violence in the state. And we've seen young people are leading the charge to reform those gun laws.